Alright, Gideon's Daemonic Pact here in Modern A Stream Brood list. Let's go over what we have here. We've now adjusted Magic Online, hopefully that the sounds don't completely mess with our brains here. 23 lands here. Plethora of, let's see here, Godless Shrines, Marsh Flats, all of that kind of good stuff. Let's see if we can actually update the planes here to our newer planes. We have 4 of those. And we have 3 swamps as well. Lands aside, though, we have a set of 1-drops, Path, Fatal Push, Inquisition, Thoughtseize, trying to trim out our opponent's maybe aggressive starts with some of our interaction, whether it is creature and or hand disruption. We follow that up with a set of Wall of Omens. These are our cantrips to hopefully get us to our 3 and 4 drops, help with the consistency, and we have numerous flicker effects. We have Flicker Wisp here, and we have Feldar Guardian. These will flicker Wall of Omens, could flicker an Obsidat, technically could flicker like a Gideon or an Oblivion Ring, Daemonic Pact. What we're trying to do, though, is basically flicker a Daemonic Pact to get extra value over and over and over using our Daemonic Pact. So that is what we're going to be attempting to do here. We attempt to not lose the game by having Gideon of the Trials emblem in play and having also a Gideon ally of Zendikar. We play our Obsidat because we seem to draw him all the time, and that's what we do. Sideboard-wise, we've got a variety of things here. I'm bringing Damping Spheres in here for Tron and Amulet. Seems to be fairly persistent on what it is. Rule of Law is an interesting one that I like to bring as a one of. For Dredge matchups, we have Rest in Peace, and I have a Relic here. We have a Pithing Needle. We have 2 removals, Damnation, and a Settle the Wreckage here as options. A couple disenchants here and ley lines to protect ourselves. Daemonic Pact, a list that is very fond here on the stream. Is O-Ring better than Banishing Light in this list, or is the second paragraph clause not relevant? Second paragraph clause is not relevant, and I just happen to own Oblivion Ring. Seems like it will still have a lot of trouble versus Valakut Titan. Very possible, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's just get right into our games. Oh my gosh. There's a bunch of weird little noises. It's a bunch of weird little noises. We'll see how these little noises affect us. It's throwing us off our game. We gotta focus, gotta play some Magic. How's everyone doing? You're halfway through your week. It is Wednesday for those here live. Hey, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Apoc is the best? APOC is the best? There are card sounds like shuffling. There's always shuffling sounds. There's like little ding sounds now. That's normal. We'll see. We'll see what's going. This is. Ooh, that's kind of loud. That was kind of loud. Let me know if any of the noises are loud. Oh my. Oh. I don't like any of these noises. Let me know if they're too loud. If they are, I'll go ahead and tone them down. Let's play first. A lot louder than usual. Yeah, see, I had everything set up and then poof, everything's weird. Anyway, we're going to keep this. We have O-Ring and a Liliana here. And I have Obsidat. As mentioned, I draw him all the time. A little bit of a slow hand, but we'll see what we get going with our opponent. Maybe we can go squirt or something, or, you know, maybe just a turn 3 was just fine. Deck list is the bottom one. It's very close to that list. It's got a couple, maybe 1 or 2 changes in the sideboard, but generally speaking, the main board should be the same. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. Hold on. Account. In duel down, alerts down, general fine. All right. I can't do that. I'm here to focus on Magic. If you want some whiz bang, play Arena. If you want to be down in deep thoughts and get in there with that metagame analysis, mute the stuff. You can play your own music in the background, or you can listen to my soothing voice for the rest of this evening. I'm sorry, but those little dings and other things, nope. See, I don't get to hear these like tap and stuff. It kind of bothers me now. Whatever. Whatever. You can't access Bitly. Are there surgicals in the board? No, there's not. All right. There's like not enough noise now. Hold on. We just played our land and passed the turn. I'm going to put a little bit of the in-duel noises on, but not a lot. Oh my gosh. Let's just... Let's just try it, everyone. All right. My opponent's going to get Tron down. Luckily for us, we have Ghost Quarter. It appears they're passing back. Rip, no surgical, correct. All right. Let's go ahead and play... Play a Wall of Omens, draw a card here. Whoosh. Marsh Flats. It's a good one to have. We'll put the Ghost Quarter into play on their draw step. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that tower. It hurts my soul. All right, draw step here. It's just like really not familiar noises. Oh. All right, we take down their Urza's tower. My goodness. You run Ghost Quartering your black-white tokens list. Whoa. Whoa. Click. Oh my gosh, they have another expedition map. All right, well, we tried to keep things at bay for a turn. Looks like they will have 8 mana when they do hit us up here. I'm going to go ahead and play a Liliana here. Goodness gracious. Uptick. Oh my gosh. This is just way over the top. Obsidat's kind of interesting. I'm going to get rid of the Flicker Wisp, even though it could flicker Demonic Pact. What we're going to attempt to do is get Ghost Council down and beat them in. Ghost Council dodges quite a few things from our Tron opponent. They had a forest. I'm okay with like the phases and stuff. This whole like... And why is that like a it reminds me of Chandelar noises. So old school. All right, we'll F6 through our turn here. Hopefully our opponent's Tron mana here that they now have won't completely destroy us. Opponent will have 8 mana available to them. All right. Karn. From. Ding, ding, ding. Home. I'm going to make fun of all of this. Alright, luckily we have an O-ring for this Karn liberated here. We'll see what they want to do. Maybe take care of this Liliana. Seems reasonable to me. We got to O-ring this because the Demonic Pact doesn't stick around, unfortunately. So O-ring down, get rid of Karn here. Play land, pass turn. Go ahead and fetch as well, because fetching's a cool thing to do. Pass the turn. Boy, oh boy, what a day to play things that make little tink-tink noises. Tink-tink noises. Luckily, we have some Damping Spheres in the sideboard here. Speaking of sideboard and what it has Rest in Peace, not Surgical, but it also has 3 Damping Spheres for this matchup and for Amulet. We're in great shape. Opponent has 10 mana. This is Ulamog. I think we can scoop everything up. wall and Oblivion Ring, then they kill land. They might just kill another land here. I think we can concede. We can't beat a 10-10, and I don't want to show them what we're doing. That's the same noise, except it's louder now. Okay. Let's sideboard. So, Disenchants can come in here pretty nicely. Damping Spheres can come in as well, and a Pithing Needle. We can get rid of Damnation, Wrath of God. We can get rid of probably Fatal Pushes. One Wall of Omens, probably one Path. Just leave us with 2 paths just in case. Bring in all this good stuff, and we'll go to game number 2 and try to get through all these sounds. Give me your opinion if you've been playing Magic Online today with these new sounds. Do you like them or do you not? Now, I'm not against change per se. I do like when things are new, refreshed, but is it too much? The new sounds are horrible. They're like over the top for the graphical interface that we're playing on. If I needed to be flashy, you need to do some more flashy things first. First time you've heard them and not a fan. I didn't even know they existed till we got into game. Would I like to play first? Yes. Alright, we can Inquisition followed by a couple walls. We don't have a damping, but we have 2 shots at finding it. I think we can keep this and maybe Inquisition something nasty away. Remember, we're getting ready. MTGO has sounds. Yeah, usually I have a lot of them off, but I like some of the generic just soft clicks because they let you know you're interacting. Now they're just like, they're actually other sounds from the game. We for the most part, streamers do turn them off so that they don't distract. I actually had a balance of what was on and what wasn't on for just clarity of what was going on, but it's not as clear anymore. It's just weird noises now. Like when I ghost quartered something, it sounded like, you know, you lost the game or something. My opponent's down to 5 cards. This is a good sign for us, being that we don't have too much that will interact here. Like that sound does not indicate to me at all that you're fetching. Alright, we have an Oblivion Stone, Sylvan Scrying, and a Singleton land here. We're going to take the Sylvan Scrying and hope that we can find enough damage fast enough. Basic Forest passes back. Alright, we do find our land, that's good. Wall, we find another land. We'll be good for Gideon here. Which is good because then I can start beating in here very quickly. We're not a fast deck, perhaps. Perhaps. But luckily... luckily, Gideon can maybe end this game relatively quick for us. These are some strange noises. Alright, maybe my opponent's Dunzo here. Ooh, land has been found. And it looks like it's coming back my way. Field of Ruins not a bad one to see here. We'll play our wall. I'll play a Fetid down and we're just going to attack in. We're not going to expose the Fetid Heath just this moment. Oh my gosh. Is that the noise for Planeswalker ability activation? Heath is a bummer with Damping Sphere. Heath. Fetid Heath. It is a little bit. You're correct. O-Stone. Alright. We have a Thoughtseize. I have an Oblivion Ring. I think we can go ahead and attack in. After attacking, I think we're also going to go ahead and field and then Oblivion, get rid of the O-Stone with Oblivion Ring here. Go ahead and get rid of mine. This way, well, I suppose if they were to get another one, they could just get a fake counter. Perhaps this is a great opportunity to just Thoughtseize and or Flicker Wisp here. At most, they're gonna have 4 mana here. You know what? Let's just Flicker Wisp a wall here. That gets us more damage on the board, ends this game a little faster, draws us a card, all the good stuff, all the good stuff. Need to be aggro. I am aggro. I'm the essence of aggro now. Exclamation point aggro. All right, well, let's start with the Thoughtseize. Let's go ahead and see what else they've got cooked up in their hand here. We have Karn, Walking Ballista, Wormcoil. Well, I think I can easily take the Walking Ballista here and just swing in. And then I can just O-Stone the Oblivion, O-Ring the Oblivion Stone here. And they'll have to get exactly a Tron piece, specifically the tower, to play anything. I need a command. I don't think I need a command. We're command light here in this stream. Oh my goodness. All right, we go ahead and hit for 6 or 7. Play down Marsh Flats. We can at least fly over a Wormcoil engine. Sphere. They could still hit the Tron piece. It is the most likely, yes, because they've had 2 mines here. But now they're beyond being able to get us here. We should be fine. Got there. Got there. Woo, Damping Sphere. They have no idea about it either. It's good stuff. Good stuff. All right, we're going to bring a Path back in and maybe a Fatal Push. Maybe not. I think we can definitely bring a Path, though, and we did see a few things that are really not so great for us to be running into. Part of me wants to keep Obsidian in. Maybe I drop a Demonic Pact here. It's tough to say. Probably just drop the Demonic Pact. Path can get rid of the Wormcoil. We saw a Walking Ballista as well. Those seem to be their creatures. Disenchants, get rid of both of those, more or less. But we're looking for this Damping Sphere, probably Thoughtseize, Pithing Needles as the starting, and then we'll excel into our mid to late game here and see what we can do from there. See what we can do from there. Ow. It would be great to win this first one. It's unlikely, but it would be great. Perfect. I will keep this. Absolutely fantastic. Got the field, got the Damping Sphere, got the turn 1 Thoughtseize. Keep. Easy. Beating Tron is always great. Look at this. They're going to grab something. Them sillies. We're going to take anything that kills the Damping Sphere. Otherwise, if there's nothing like that, we'll take something not as interesting, I suppose. All right. We'll start with Thoughtseize as well, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to play what I want to next. All right. We've got a couple Chromatic Stars. We have a Thragtusk, and we have the Biggin Ulamog. The Biggin Ulamog. We actually have 2 towers here as well. Turn 1 Inquisition. No, turn 1 Thoughtseize lets me grab something a little bit more beefy here. I think I'm just taking Thragtusk here and planning to Damping Sphere and just win out from there. The Chromatic Stars are kind of annoying, but we'll worry about them later. There's that tower. 1 Chromatic Sphere, 1 Chromatic Star. All right. Play our Damping Sphere, pass the turn. It's kind of nice to have Liliana now. I might be fielding into an Inquisition this following turn, depending on if they get one of their Tron pieces. If they don't, though, we don't have to worry about it because of the Sphere, and we might just be playing Liliana. Keep in mind that if I top deck another land here, I could Liliana and then next turn Liliana uptick Feldar Guardian and repeat the process. Sylvan Scrying for our opponent. Again, Damping Sphere keeping things a bit in check here. Power Plant is played. So we do hit our land here. I want to hide my field for now. Let's go ahead and just Liliana here. And uptick and get rid of my Inquisition. No, I don't think Gideon's correct here. I think clearing the hand a little bit more here is just fine. We don't even need this field necessarily. I'm going to get rid of something on their side. Ulamog, that's fine. I'm going to play a land, probably try to cast something. We'll have Liliana that can remove something. We can Gideon, we can Feld our Guardian. We have lots of options. We actually can allow this game to go a little bit further along the timeline than normal because we've got Damping Sphere into play. They can't win through a Lilial. That's fair too. I can split lands in a nice fashion. Not to mention that this field is going to hit easily the power plant here since we know they have one extra tower that they just played. All right. Let's go ahead and play Gideon down. We're just going to uptick. We're going to get rid of our swamp. They're going to discard something. Play them a little bit with fire here in case they have a way to get rid of this turn. And we'll pass. They do not blow up Sphere this turn, which is good for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth land would be a potential Thragtusk. It is a Ghost Quarter. It's a Thragtusk. Look at that. That's so cute. Extra Damping Sphere here. How do we want to go about this? We can shut Thragtusk off. I could kill Thragtusk. Lily Edict, Flicker Edict. I mean, I kind of like Edict, field this card, Damping Sphere. Make them Edict here. We can uptick the Gideon to keep the token in check here. Oh my gosh. It's horrendous. Can nail this. We'll just get a basic plains here. We can then Damping Sphere number 2. They shouldn't be able to get rid of both of them. Now we've got this protected. We can Edict, Feld our Guardian Edict if we need to. We can Gideon preventing this. We can do all kinds of things. We get even, if they play one card, Liliana uptick, Feld our Guardian, Liliana uptick, protect this. They are at 5 mana, so they're close to things like Worm Coil and a few other things. Now I'm more exposed to O-Stone. I am. This is true. This is true. I'm okay with being more exposed to O-Stone. We'll live on the edge here. Living on the edge. Blast Zone. That's a pretty good card. I can put that on 3 and get rid of my Liliana. There's an expedition map. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Thoughtseize. All right. Well, let's go ahead and make them remove the beast. I'm going to play Feld our Guardian, then uptick the Liliana, and then swing with Gideon. And we'll see if they want to get rid of my Damping Spheres or if they want to get rid of my Gideon here. Got rid of a power plant. 2, 3, 4. Guardian, flicker Liliana. They're going to kill all the walkers? Probably. Uptick here. Thoughtseize is useless here. We'll get rid of their last card. Yes, it will. It will pop both walkers, yes. These are correct statements. They're pretty far from Troning, but they are going to be at 6 mana, 7, depending on how they use Blast Zone here. Just waiting for them to select that singleton card for me. We're not looking at the Tron necessarily anymore. We're looking at needing to get enough damage across. It just depends what they want to do with this Blast Zone. Oh, can we do something with this last card? Nature's claims a Damping Sphere. I gain 4 life. Okay. We'll hit them for 4. What's interesting here is now they can't put Blast Zone up to 3. Looks like they might want to be putting it on 2 here and then taking out a Damping Sphere. Then they use Expedition Map to find another Tron piece and go from there. Kind of like that I'll have Liliana and Gideon then. It's an interesting claim there. I don't know if it was really necessary. They're already at 6 mana. Cracks Expedition Map here, going and getting a Tron piece, more than likely. Gets a power plant. Plays the power plant. They can play anything in their deck. Apparently they're going to hold whatever it is. Disenchant's a nice one, but I think just upticking here is completely fine. It was Ulamog. We'll hit him for 5. New MTGO sounds sound like they were ripped from Minecraft mods. They are strange sounds, to say the least. Alright, so it looks like Blast Zone's going to be put up to 3 here. Gideon and Liliana will be hitting the dust here. Doesn't get rid of Damping Sphere, luckily. Plays an Expedition Map. So they will have Tron. They just won't have Damping Sphere out of the way yet. They should not move to my turn. COD hit markers. They're going to my turn. First thing I'll do, attempt to activate Gideon so the Blast Zone doesn't hurt it. That is the first action. They must fire this off now. And they do so. These sounds are ridiculous. I'm going to hold the Godless Shrine for right now. We'll just swing for 1 past turn. My opponent can get Tron, so we've got to beat Tron here now. So any top deck is live for them at this point. Through 1 field and 2 Damping Spheres. They will have Tron if they need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can cast just about everything. Worm Coil. Well, we got some paths for that, possibly. Flicker Wisp. We'll just cast this and pass turn here. Whee! Whee! This is fun. We'll put our Guardian hidden right now. We are not blocking anyway. They always have great top decks? Not necessarily. They have top decks like this. Should have hit the Worm Coil and make 2 3/3s. No, this when it gets it's a die trigger. I thought it was a leave battlefield trigger. I guess path. It's all good. It's all good. What's up, Zale? It's all messed up. You resubbed yesterday. I vaguely remember this. So I should be preventing this from attacking me this turn. That's alright though. My opponent apparently got just a bunch of lands. Flicker, 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 flicker. There we go. Play Gideon here. Let's make a dude. Let's go and attack for 3. So we goofed up a little bit here, but we can do it correctly this time. We're just all goofed up from all the sounds. And we'll flicker this away this time. We're gonna draw a path, don't worry. And yes, I could have flickered this, flickered that, flickered blah 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 blah. We're not gonna worry about all the flickers that we could have done. We're gonna focus on the flickers that we have control over here. Just make another blocker here. Attack for 3 in the air pass turn. We'll find something to do with this Worm Coil. Just hoping my opponent never draws a meaningful threat here. Our Gideon's pretty nice to have. And if they were to attack in, we can attack for quite a bit back at them. So I need to be mindful of that. We can basically attack for 6 back to them. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing alright. How are you? We'll just chump block this. Trying to get over these sounds that this game makes now. Alright. I think to keep things relatively even here, we'll go ahead and attack with everything and pass turn. Just got done with an online class. It was interesting. I wonder what my opponent picked up that they didn't play. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Uh-oh, Ancient Strains. Isn't it better to chump with the cat beast? Not necessarily. If I get the opportunity to flicker the cat, it would be beneficial to be able to use that on like a Gideon or something else. My opponent picks up a land, apparently. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, Mog's scary. I don't need any more land drops. I need a spell that wins me the game. 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 5 here. I'm pretty sure this mine was from earlier. They're still resolving this. We have, what, 3 paths. We have a disenchant still. There's an O-Stone. O-Stone's kind of a jerk thing to be doing to us. Three, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't pop O-Stone yet. Thanks, Stampion Sphere. Alright, I have a chance to maybe get rid of this. I have Oblivion Rings as well. When did they add them? They just added them. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Alright, I'm flooding out pretty hard here. Let's go ahead and attack with Gideon here. MTG Arena now. Kinda, yeah. We'll leave Night Ally back here in case they want to pop the O Stone. They're probably going to go ahead and put a fake counter on their own Wormcoil engine here. Why not play the Marsh Flats to thin the deck? I think personally, I've noticed that Magic Online, when you shuffle away lands by using Marsh Flats, it gets kind of weird. And so I guess in just some dire attempt to not top deck another land and not like reshuffle the deck here because we've gotten a clump of lands, perhaps I can get lucky or something. Very superstitious. Indeed, I am. Alright, give me a path. Also, I'm a little thrown off by all these sounds. How's our deck win? Just kills them. Now they have to pop it now. These sounds are ridiculous. Oh. On this note, we'll tackle these two. I'll wait on Demonic Pact here. I think they're going to pop O-Stone. I went ahead and left them sort of on just to get a sense of what they're like for this league, and we'll get everyone's opinion on what we think about them. I appreciate that Gideon gets to hang out for a little bit longer here. Also not sure what my opponent's doing. Gives me another turn here. Interesting. Non whoosh blunk. I don't know. Maybe they're flooding out. Gaining 6 life? Yeah, they're gaining 6 life, but like, why not pop this O-Stone? What else do they have to cast here? Karn? Ulamog? Ugin? Eugene? These sounds are ridiculous. Alright, so Ugin gets rid of these two things easily with a down tick. If I get an O-Stone, I could O-Stone the Ugin, but it's not very good with Oblivion Stone out. Maybe there was a way to win this earlier. Maybe. No, there's not a way back in for this, but I'm just enjoying playing Demonic Pact. We've also drawn way too many lands. Way too many. We could probably concede here. Ugin's the thing that we scooped to. We were a little worried about a Tron opponent. We brought in Damping Spheres, and they did help us for a while. It'd be kind of cool if they let me get to use this once. I'm going to draw 2 with it. Funny enough, the Ugin does not kill Demonic Pact right now, so I do get a round with it here. And drawing some here maybe I draw Disenchant plus Oblivion Ring. Maybe. I go to Disenchant, they blow the world up, and then I O-ring this. There are minuscule outs here. Minuscule. Ding, 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 ding. It's like Navi from Legend of Zelda's. Zelda's of Legends. World Breaker. Well, that's rude. That was rude. Pithing Needle. Go ahead and concede. They forgot to activate Ugin as well. As if they had World Breaker. This person. There's the Disenchant. And there's the Path. We weren't too far away from these things being a reality. We would have drawn Pithy Needle. Ghost Quarter Disenchant Path? I don't know. It's close. That was the match. That was the match. They had 3 minutes left on their clock anyway. All right, match 2. Let's get things going here. That was a good warm-up. We ran into probably one of the worst matchups for us. Let's see if we can't turn this around. Lose the first one, win the next bunch. All right, let's play first. Let's... Okay, we'll double Thoughtseize here. Hope to get a planes at some point. We'll see how this goes. What's funny is the alerts are all messed up too for me, so we'll have to fix that at some point. Let's Thoughtseize our opponent, see what we're against. It appears we are against humans. Well then, I think I'll just take a Noble Hierarch here and pass the turn. We'll be back a little later, gonna watch some TV. Well, go enjoy that TV. And enjoy. All right. Let's play the field down. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize again here. The scariest thing for us is probably just this Thalia's Lieutenant at this point. It would grow this a whole bunch. The Phantasm's a little weird too here. Let's go ahead and take the Lieutenant. Pass turn. We can use Field of Ruin on the Ghost Quarter on this Horizon Canopy and get our white mana as well. Little stutter step there. So let's go ahead and just plan to do that here. We'll be in great shape here now. We have double O-Ring. This should take them off of green. It will also pick between white and blue, which is really nice. Not all of their lands will be able to get them what they need. Aether Vial. Well, we can take care of that. I'm cool with taking care of that. Home. Let's go ahead and O-Ring the Aether Vial here. I don't need to O-Ring the champion. We'll have Cat to block that. And if they put something more vicious down, we can always flicker our O-Ring. Oh, what are we playing today? I heard the mating call as soon as I logged in. You're strange. Let's go ahead and play a Feldar Guardian here, flicker the Isolated Chapel here, and pass the turn. Now we have a nice blocker here, and we also have a path if things get a little bit strange. We could potentially Ghost Quarter them, and then path them as well. Be very interesting to Ghost Quarter this. Change them off of blue into something else. Duracet, are you a furry? I'm very much a human. I'm gonna go ahead and Ghost Quarter them. It just seems like the correct thing to potentially do here. I know you do, Uncle DB. I know you do. Let's go ahead and O-Ring the champion here. And then we'll just attack for 1. At any point, I can flicker these O-Rings to get remove better things, if need be. Got a swamp here. We can safely Inquisition now. Check out what they've picked up at this point, which looks like nothing I care about. Let's just take the Meddling Mage because they have 2 Thalias and then they have things that copy. I think because I have the path, I could probably just go ahead and play the Flicker Wisp down, get some faster pressure on our opponent. Not worry about the 2 Oblivion Rings. And we'll be good from here. There's 0 Degenerate Paraphernalia visible, so it does not affect you in any way. What? What? All right. Ooh, 2 fatal pushes. Okay, so Pithy Needle comes in for the Aether Vial. After that, it's probably just Damnation and Settle the Wreckage. I'm probably good with that. We can take out probably... Honestly, probably just a pair of Thoughtseizes plus something else, like a 1 Demonic Pact maybe, or like... one Liliana. So we'll have 4 Wrath effects here. We have a lot of blockers. We have a lot of easy removal here. We have the Demonic Pacts. We should be in good shape against our human opponent. Dancing Charles? Where do you want Dancing Charles? Maybe flicker their planes to take them off plane, anything? Yeah, probably. My opponent kept a 1-lander and we stole their one thing away. We were in pretty good control of that game. Where do you want Charles? You can put him there for right now. You don't understand? You can tell me where to put Charles for a while. Mulligan this first hand, it wasn't very good. We'll mulligan the second hand, it's not very good. We'll keep this third hand. 1, 2, 3. Lily Fatal Push. I gotta get rid of 5 cards. 2 cards here. You want Charles in charge? Get rid of a Thoughtseize. We'll get rid of a land here. Get rid of Thoughtseize, get rid of Marsh Flats. We're gonna draw that card that we need. We're gonna flicker them and Liliana them. Can we put Charles in the toilet to see if he swims? Tube Man stream. Tube Man's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And no, we can't put Charles in the toilet. He's already been in the dog's mouth by accident. She thought he was a toy. It's not allowed. Aether Vial here going up to 1. Apparently that makes a noise too. Aether Vial coming down here. Champion of the Parish, followed by a Thalia's Lieutenant, or Thalia Guardian, or a Freebooter. Freebooter would be really annoying. Freebooter's kind of super annoying. It's okay though. We'll get there. It is humans. It is humans. Takes Fatal Push. Opponent has 3 cards left. That's actually not a bad draw. Let's make double black here. We'll go ahead and Inquisition. And then we'll Pithy Needle this Aether Vial. I think we'll take Thalia's here. Mantis Ride will be annoying, but otherwise we're in okay shape here. We do miss our land drop, and we did put 1 land back. We flooded before, but obviously not this time. What we'll probably do is play Liliana down tick and sacrifice her to Champion or Mantis Rider here. Or, well, it looks like it's going to be Mantis Rider. So we'll have Champion of the Parish to follow this up. We're needing a Damnation. We need a few lands here. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7. We do hit our land drop, which is nice. Go ahead and Liliana down tick. We should be getting this Champion with this down tick. The Mantis Rider and this, what I can probably do is flicker this and then hopefully when it comes back down, shoot it with 1 more top deck card here. They give me the Fatal Push, which is an interesting card to give me. Surprised they gave me the Fatal Push, but I guess they want to hit for 7 damage here. So they'll play the champion down. This means they'll hit for 7. I'm assuming something goes at Lily, and it does, which is fine. So I get to Flicker Wisp. Alright. We're going to Flicker Wisp and flicker our Swamp here. And by that flickering, I could theoretically get rid of the Mantis Rider. But I think Flicker Wisp itself is better, and I'll just pick off the champion here. We'll just wait. I don't see a reason not to. Oh, they dismember. In that case, we'll go ahead and shoot this champion and pass the turn back to them. They'll be able to hit me for 4 here. Weird noises. Weird noises. We need them to not hit a couple things that would copy this or play another one into play. Bugler is really annoying too. Bugler it is. Hits for 5. It's going to put me to 3. I don't think I have an out. Don't believe I have an out here. I could make Gideon an emblem, but then they can kill Gideon with 2 of these and swing 3. We'll have to win it on game number 3 here. Any changes? Thinking no. No, we'll just run it back. I would like to play first. We have all of our top end. I have the Damnation. I have no colored mana. We'll try again. Alright. This one we can go with. I'll get rid of the Guardian here. We have 2 walls to help block. Gideon will help block as well. We have a path to remove something. It's all good. We could even path our own wall. So they Aether Vial. No problems here. Go ahead and lead with a wall here. Draw our card. Pass the turn back to our opponent. Damnation's not a bad one for us to see here. Aether Vial going up. We might see champion plus, say, Thalia. Does have their second land drop. Extra Aether Vial. Pithy Needle wouldn't be a bad draw. Let's go ahead and Wall of Omens again. Needing our land drop. We do find it. Pass turn. So we can Flicker Wisp a land here. Or Flicker Wisp a wall to try to find another land. We could also path one of our walls to get our next land as well, which isn't a bad idea. Pathing, though, might need to be reserved for a freebooter, because freebooter would take our Damnation or Path to Exile at this point. Aether Vials are up to 1 and 2. Aether Vial 1 bringing in a Noble Hierarch, pumping Champion of the Parish. Aether Vial number 2 coming in. Thalia's Lieutenant. Pump, 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 pump. I think they did this backwards. Champion of the Parish is a 4/4. Champion 5/5 Exalted from the Noble. We'll go ahead and block. Wall of Omens, we don't need too many of those currently. Easy block, easy block. Flicker's better than Path. Probably. Oblivion Ring's kind of a cool one here. Let's go ahead and Flicker Wisp our own Wall of Omens, attempting to hit another land here for the Damnation. And if we hit the land, we'll just be good. We'll just be good. What are we doing here? We're dismembering this? Man, aggressive. Alright, wall comes back. We might get a land here. We are at end step, so we don't get to play it. It's a tap land. Awkward. It's all right. We can play the top. We can play the tap land in when we could easily Oblivion Ring this. Aether Vial is up to 3 and 2. Hoping my opponent overcommits here. Aether Vial on 3, bringing something into play. Mantis Rider, Thalia's Lieutenant and Champion, going up here. Aether Vial on 2, bringing in a Meddling Mage. Can name something. I highly doubt they'll name Damnation here. If they do, they're probably watching. Everything's going up. 6/6 to block here. Gonna take 6/7 damage. An untapped land source would be the best here, but if we don't hit that, that's fine. Hey. All right. Let's go ahead and just pass the turn. We have Path open. Maybe they'll attack in a weird way. If they do activate the Aether Vial on 2, I'll have to Path immediately here. We have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't be countered. Things are growing. Hopefully I don't die here. This is 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go to 3. Ugh. This is awful. It's awful, but we're not dead yet. Plus we have Shambling Vent to start gaining some life here. One card in my opponent's hand to beat. Just don't be anything too scary, please. All right. Play Concealed down. We'll just Damnation and pass the turn. Damnation, pass the turn. No Selfless Spirit, please. That would be rude. That was loud. All right, they didn't end step put anything in here. That's always a good sign. Can probably safely Gideon next turn and make a blocker. Champion's down. Oh, we can definitely do this now. So we'll play Gideon. We have Path open just in case. We're gonna make a blocker. Pass the turn. It's looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Deputy of Detention takes Gideon from me. Rude. I have another Gideon. I can definitely path this deputy as well. Putting something down on 3. Reflector Mage. Mantis Rider. Okay. Going to path the Mantis Rider. This game's pretty close. This is really nice because I get to kill the champion here as well. Path over here, and then I can play Gideon, or I can O-Stone this. Kind of want to gain life. Oh, that's a way to gain life. That is a way to gain life. Let's go ahead and play it down here. All right, Ghost Council down. I don't have to flicker this immediately either, as then it can be a blocker here and I'll be at 4. That way Mantis Rider is not a problem. We will not flicker this, so I have the blocker. Then what I could ideally maybe do is get this Shambling Vent going in as well. And that way I can get a little bit more life, a little bit buffer, and then we can win out from there. Especially now that they played Noble Hierarch. We're looking great. Obzadad's great. Oh, Gideon's fantastic here too. All right, 1, 2, 3. We are gonna go ahead and Oblivion Ring. Deputy here. Gonna get our ally back. Make a knight token. 1, 2, 3. New Gideon here of the trials. How do I gain life? Obsidat, allow me to introduce myself. Gideon emblem here. Swing 5. Flicker Gideon away. Have the knight. Have 2 Gideons out. And an emblem. Got there. Damnation was definitely necessary for that game. And we were able to hold out just long enough where my opponent did overextend themselves. And we got game 3 there. Matches right now are 1-1 with Gideon's Daemonic Pact in Modern. Ah, I love Obsidat. It's a good fun card. Does some interesting things, to say the least. I do enjoy a good Obsidat flicker. It's very nice. Let's see how we do on match number 3. Remember, we've never 5-0'd with this list. We're not going to this league because we lost to Tron initially. However, we could definitely go 4-1, which would put it back on its normal track of always getting close, but not close enough. This hand's great. Again, Thoughtseize and then Wall of Omens, and then we have a lot of cool things to do after that. We will definitely lead with this though. Thoughtseize, check out what's going on with our opponent here. Oh. Path, Stoneforge, Cryptic Astrolabe. I almost want to just take the Astrolabe here. Just take the Astrolabe. They'll eventually get to Cryptic, but they don't have Stoneforge mana right now. So that's kind of hilarious. I'm gonna put the Shambling Vent down next. That way I'm on track for this Daemonic Pact here. I'd like to hit it on curve if possible on turn 4. Oh no, they got it. They got their Astrolabe. Oh, that's rude. That is most rude. It is what it is, though. We'll go ahead and Wall of Omens. Maybe I can top deck a Thoughtseize Inquisition here. We do not. We'll pass the turn back. Nifty enough, though. They'll probably want to be playing the Stoneforge Mystic down this turn, and I can path it away. Pathing it away and then following it up with a Daemonic Pact gets very interesting here. Field of Ruin from our opponent. Interesting, interesting, interesting. They're not going to path or Wall of Omens, that's for sure. 3 mana. Makes one of the mana white. Teferi. Okay. That's fine. Alright, so Teferi can bounce Daemonic Pact. And now they're protected from path shenanigans. Let's go ahead and play the Daemonic Pact down still. Gives my opponent something to do here. We have Obsidat. If we can sneak that under this Cryptic, that'll be excellent. We're not playing at instant speed due to Teferi, and so we'll just pass. No actions to be taken. I'm expecting this to hop back up into our hand here. They have Cryptic mana now. Fields my Shambling Vent. So rude. We'll grab another Swamp here. Now they really have Cryptic mana. Stoneforge Mystic is played. They will pop this to my hand. They must. Otherwise I'm going to go after their hand here. This must go to hand. There you go. Alright, so we have the opportunity to kill a Stoneforge. I probably need to kill the Stoneforge. Then they're going to path me. They'll have Cryptic up probably. Is this my opportunity to get Obsidat down? Might be the opportunity to get Obsidat down. Then on my next turn, I can path the Stoneforge Mystic. They play in the Batterskull. I could Wrath then, and then I have Obsidat would die then. Maybe I'm just supposed to replay the Demonic Pact and go ahead and just path here. Just path and Demonic Pact. See if they want to use the Cryptic here. They would have 5 for Batterskull. Throwing Obsidat out there is kind of interesting. Although they can always just Cryptic it back to my hand. Play our land drop. I'm thinking like Demonic Pact, just get rid of this Stoneforge Mystic, and then they have a Demonic Pact to deal with. And then what are they going to do? Cryptic or Path it? The problem is this Path is going to just nail an Obsidat in the future anyway. I think I'm more inclined to go ahead and just get another Demonic Pact down and Path the Stoneforge Mystic here. Pass turn. I don't think we're in a really good spot for either card here. Not with what we know they have. At least this I know won't be flickered by the Teferi, and I could ping it off. Don Rouse, hey, thank you for the Prime in 19 months. Getting those sweet emotes. Appreciate the support. We're keeping our subscribers up near the halfway mark. We need to do some giveaways too. Everything's been messed up lately because of all kinds of craziness. What are you going to do with your 5 mana? 5 mana. First thing I could do is draw 2 too. I think I want to kill this Teferi. What made that noise? Oh my gosh, Teferi makes a noise. It's ridiculous. All right, looks like we're gonna go to my turn. In some ways, I almost want to like make them discard 2 cards here. I could pick off Teferi, or I could go discard 2 here. Yeah, the whole idea here is to hopefully flicker Pact and everything. I think I'm gonna make them. Target opponent discards 2 cards here. They may not want to bounce this. I think I have one more turn here. So they got rid of field and path. So let's go ahead and attempt to resolve a Obsidat, which I expect to be countered now. Maybe counter draw. Again, I don't know if they really want to bounce Demonic Pact, but if it's a counter and do that. Wow, Obsidat's down. Okay. I'm good with that. Sounds great, my friend. Looks like I'm going to actually turn the 4 damage probably just to their face here and do 4, 9, 10, 11 to them. Put them to 5. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Snapcaster Path. Well, that's a thing. Cryptic and Batterskull in hand. Drake, thank you for the 3 months, my friend. My latest project is trying to break Rakdos' right knife. And equipment, it says equipped creature has tap to sack a creature and put on a counter on a right knife. Sack right knife to make an opponent sack a permanent for each counter. Interesting. How are you planning to do this? Pops the Demonic Pact back to hand here for me. Appreciate that, opponent. Cryptic Batterskull unknown card here. Sword of Feast and Famine. That's a pretty good one. I'm going to chump block so they don't untap here. And by them not untapping here, we're good to go with Demonic Pact, Path, Wrath of God, all the goods. Play a Demonic Pact down. Let's go ahead and path away the Snapcaster Mage, put the Godless Shrine in tapped. We know it's these two cards. And if they get me an opportunity to use Demonic Pact again, we'll make them discard. Although I have a feeling they'll discard everything but the Cryptic here. So Drake, do you have a list? Or are you not gonna share lists? Looks like Batterskull's coming down now. Batterskull, no Cryptic, discard 2 cards, wrath them, flicker after doing 4 damage to them. Opponent's like, no, hold on. Cryptic is draw, return. Land, Batterskull, unknown card here. 2 options. Use something like Midnight Guard to untap it each time a creature enters, then sack say tokens as they enter. Second is to supplement it with a little proliferate. I kind of like the idea of potentially proliferating. Gets a Cryptic back on top. Are we going to be playing Batterskull here? Batterskull is played. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Demonic Pact. 1, 2, 3. Flicker Wisp the Germ. Go ahead, opponent. They will be drawing Cryptic here. Would they like me to have Demonic Pact? Probably not. So, counter bounce Sanctuary, perhaps? That was a counter draw, or bounce draw. Flooded Strand, unknown card. Land drop, please. If I get a land drop, I can play both Demonic Pacts and really go to their face here. We're going to go ahead and attack for 3 here. And let's see if we can resolve 2 Demonic Pacts, and let's win this game. Let's flood them with sheer value here. Demonic Pact number 1. Demonic Pact number 2. This is how we win the game. Uh-oh. What is this? Mana Leak. Mana Leak. Goes to 8. Mystic Sanctuary picks up Cryptic Command. They'll be casting Cryptic Command here. I think they could just go ahead and return the Batterskull to hand too. I don't see why they would leave it out there right now. Returns. Batterskull, Cryptic, bounce. Bounce and draw a card again. I appreciate them using everything that's not blue here to get Batterskull into play. They know they have to bounce this before I get to make them discard. So then I'll get to attack Wrath of God to get rid of their 1 creature here. The fact that they always have like 1 creature is really nice for us because we'll have Liliana's, Paths, Fatal Pushes for game number 2. This is a return and draw. I'm going to play a Astrolabe to draw a card. We have Batterskull and an unknown card here. Batterskull's in play. Bonus Flicker Wisp. Attack for 3. Let's go ahead and play a Flicker Wisp down. Flicker the Germ. Germs are so dead to Flicker Wisps. So we have 2 Flicker Wisps and a Demonic Pact here. Not entirely sure what they could do. Looks like they want to pick up a Batterskull. Flicker Wisps are lethal. Demonic Pact is not exactly lethal at the moment. Floating 3 mana. Euro. Euro is going to gain them a little bit of life. Goes to 8. They can replay Euro as well here after drawing if they'd like to gain some more. We currently would do 10 damage to them if unchecked at the moment. Double white, green, blue. That does not cast Euro. Supreme Verdict. Alright, so we have the option to get rid of their card. We have the option to deal damage. We have the option also to draw our own cards. From here, I probably want to draw cards. It's probably the safest thing to try to keep up with our opponent. And we have a turn here that looks like we're going to get to play some things. The answer is yes. So we'll play a new Demonic Pact here. I'm going to hold Feldar Guardian as a flicker effect in the future. And we'll go ahead and pass the turn back to our lovely opponent here. They'll pick up Batterskull. Picks up Batterskull. Alright, we're going to see a Euro here. Turn one of those into green, Euro, and get rid of some stuff. This is okay because I can Wrath them if I'd like to. I can pretty much get rid of their entire hand here as well. They'll need to be playing everything out. And then we have a reset here on one of the Demonic Pacts. Ice Fang Kodal. Right now they have Batterskull in hand. Gonna hook up the sword. They hook up the sword here and don't do anything else. I make them discard 4 cards here and Wrath the board. Pretty nicely. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Clears the hand. Makes Wrath of God perfect here. Uh-oh. Green. Blue. Ice Fang. Alright, so they draw a card here. That's totally fine. We have the Wrath. Batterskull, Supreme Verdict, and Path. I'll go away here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and Wrath of God. So we've done discard and draw here. We've done discard. They're going to draw a card here. I'm going to go ahead and just pick off one of these Mystic Sanctuaries and pass turn. They're going to gain life by playing Euro back in here and drawing an extra card. We're going to just hit Euro for potentially some damage, but we could also hit them for some damage. We'll see. They're out of Sanctuaries. The deck usually only plays 2 because they're playing Euro and green. Or at least that's what I've seen in the past. What's interesting here is the Sword of Feast and Famine does give them protection from the Demonic Pacts if they hook it up. So we might have to just draw a whole bunch and look for O-Stone or something else. Can't quite finish them off here. It is a little frightening that they didn't do anything towards us. Alright, let's go ahead, deal 4, because that's the only option I really have, and we're going to draw 2 cards. We do need to flicker. So there's an Oblivion Ring, a wall. Start with the wall. Liliana. Let's go ahead and attempt a Felidar Guardian so I can flicker the Demonic Pact that's going to kill us. Discard and draw has been chosen, so I need to flicker this one. And then we'll go ahead and attempt a Liliana here and edict them. Liliana is being played over O-Stone because O-Stone can, or Oblivion Ring, sorry, because I can get like the Demonic Pact or something else in the future. All right, they have one card here. They're going to get to attack with Euro. We can make them discard with the one, and we can then deal damage with the other. This 8 damage, I almost don't care about. I might just let this resolve here. We're at plenty of life. Plenty of life. And they're getting to untap here. I don't really care. Discard's fine. All of that was fine. Ooh, a Jace. Jace goes up to 5. Looks at the top of their library. Put the card on the bottom. Teferi's here now. Goes up as well. Interesting. Alright, so this one can deal 4 damage. And this one can do everything. Let's draw 2 cards. And let's deal 4 damage to Jace, because I can Feldar Guardian it. Okay. Now I can play a Gideon here. Gideon can... I could Emblem with a Gideon. Could Emblem here. Emblem, Feldar Guardian attack here. O-Ring, the Teferi. They have to top deck. When this attacks... The Emblem is risky. They put the card on the bottom, so they didn't like it. If I let this attack, they get another look at it. But I could O-Ring the Teferi here. And then that way I don't have to lose the game. I'm going to go with the riskier line here. I'm going to prevent damage. We're going to have Feldar Guardian attack, and I'm going to O-Ring the Teferi here. We'll just hope that their top couple cards here are lands. We'll hope their top couple cards are lands. Here we go. Do I need to O-Ring the Pact? I do need to O-Ring it now. Whoops. I O-Ring the wrong thing. I O-Ring the wrong thing. Needed an Emblem, not yeah. We did the wrong ability. This didn't matter. We did the wrong thing. We needed the Emblem. I'm telling you. Mana Leak and Ice Fang too. We would have been pretty okay. I took the line with 100% risk. Alright. That's fine. Rest in Peace, Relic, Pithy Needle come in here pretty easily. And then Rule of Law is kind of interesting and something I want to bring in as well. Yeah, that was a punt. Thank you for keeping us sane here. Swap that for a damnation here. Oh my. We needed to emblem because it didn't matter if they attacked. We even talked about the attacking. If we would have emblem, we would have had at least a shot there to not lose the game. Although our next few cards were not going to be helping us too much because they were lands. Not to say it was okay, but... Alright, we're going to take a path out. Going to take a path out, Inquisition, some Fatal Pushes. We'll see how it goes. We still love you. I appreciate that. We most certainly screwed that up. We need more practice with this list. That's okay. We're taking the hard path to getting our wins tonight. The hard path. Alright, would I like to play first? Absolutely. Can I keep a one-lander? We're all about risks tonight. We're all about risks. One-lander, no fear. Thoughtseize. Take their scariest card here, which is all of this. I'm going to take the Stoneforge Mystic because they have the 2 lands, and I don't see myself beating that. It's a 100% risky line. Pays off. No problems. Wall of Omens to help us out a little bit further here. Go ahead, opponent. Ooh, rest in peace. Their field. Let's go ahead and try to get the Relic down. Relic could get countered here by the Mana Leak. And in some ways that would be okay. Then we can land a Rest in Peace, which will do a little bit more damage to our opponent. A little surprised not to see a Breeding Pool there. And there's the Mana Leak. Maybe they'll Pact me. I think the Rest in Peace is more powerful. And we'll try for it. Rest in peace. No second Mana Leak, please. And down it goes. Past turn. Alright, so now they can play Teferi if they'd like. Teferi. Won't bounce anything this time, I don't believe. They'll go up, then plan to bounce this, probably. We'll just never draw, we'll never draw anything. Whoa, some paths. Holy crap. I guess I take Ice Fang here? I could take Euro, I suppose, right now, and then Rest in Peace gets rid of it completely. That's probably the better line than just taking the Ice Fang. Just leave them with a bajillion paths here. That way they don't bounce, get to play it and, I don't know, counter some strange way, like with a Force of Negation or whatever. Alright, will our risky line pay off here? Up they go with Teferi here. Ice Fang and a bajillion paths. We're just not going to draw our lands, though. Pass the turn to our lovely opponent. Field is going to knock off one of these. We're going to go ahead and pick up another swamp here, because we have a lot of double black, but we don't have a lot of double white. This will allow them to Ice Fang, though. I think they just want to play on my turn. That's all they want to do here. Nice. Look at all the damnations and packs we have. Ice Fang. They could path their own Ice Fang now to ramp them up. I would do it. Path it and get another blue here. Then they have Cryptic online. Astrolabe draws a card. Blue mana. Making it white mana. Astrolabe number 2. Draw, 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 does our opponent. A land drop. Give me a land. Give me a land. Turn 8 coming up here. Pops an Astrolabe up into the hand, drawing a card. Plays another Astrolabe down, I would think. Attacks for 1. Land. Land. Got there, finally. Alright. They got rid of a path. Not a very good sign for us. We'll attempt an O-ring on the Teferi here. If they have a force of negation, they get us. Force, pitching Snapcaster. They pitched one of the paths. We know they have 2 paths and 3 unknowns. One of them is Astrolabe, by the way. Fires off a path. JK. Astrolabe. Draws. Teferi. Bounce Astrolabe. Replay Astrolabe. Looks like that's what they want to do. Look at all these cards they're drawing. We'd be doing the same thing if we'd have a few more lands by turn 9 here. This is our chance. They're tapped out. Astrolabe again. We will not block the 1 damage in the air. Alright, we hit our land. I guess it is an attempt to get a Demonic Pact to stick. Unlikely that it'll stick, but maybe it will. This could be a mana leak as well. We know that there is at least 2 paths over there. It was not a force of negation. I'm expecting cryptics. Up goes Teferi here. Teferi almost might be worth picking off. They play a Return to Nature, getting rid of our enchantment. Tax for 1 puts us to 8. Cryptic is not online here. Well, Cryptic is back online. Field of Ruin here. Cashing in some of this to play a new Teferi. Plays a Euro. It's an interesting card. Goes up, draws a card here. Loses Euro to the Rest in Peace. Let's go ahead and play a new Demonic Pact, pass the turn. If I could just get this to go once here, please. Be great. Go ahead and F6 through our turn here. Teferi goes up. Green, white mana. Celestial purges our Demonic Pact. It appears they brought in everything to destroy Demonic Pacts. They're quite rude. Let's go ahead and flicker our Wall of Omens here. And we'll pass turn. Pass this. Pass the Wall of Omens, we get a land. Kind of what we were hoping. And we'll just pass the turn. Now we have a blocker. They could bounce it. Fields us as well. We'll just keep getting lands here. All these paths, all gone. All the paths, all gone. I mean, I guess they just need to block, I guess? Or they don't want us to block? Teferi goes up here to 4. I'll just blind Damnation here. I can cover the Damnation from a mana leak. Let's go ahead and try to play a second Rest in Peace and pass the turn. They have 3 cards. They draw with 2 Veil of Summers. They draw with 2 Veil of Summers. Unbelievable. Stoneforge Mystic. I can blow that up. followed by just playing it out. Never have you ever seen a better damnation. It's the best. Fairy bounces an artifact, drawing a card. Plays that artifact, drawing a card. Slam this out. Just do it. Astrolabe. They've got the play set. Go ahead and fetch here. Thoughtseize. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize them first. Let's maybe take something. So we'll get countered. I can then remove Stoneforge. Ice Fang. Looks like Damnation's getting even better here. Probably remove this Batterskull at this point if they allow this to hit them. Another Snowy Land. Force a negation. We'll go ahead and Damnation the board and pass the turn. Batterskull and some unknowns in hand. So they can play Batterskull, have Cryptic up. Might be enough. Land drop. 3 unknowns. Follows this up with a Stoneforge Mystic. It is now not Cryptic mana. They do not find anything. No, they do. Sword. Okay. Let's start with a Flicker Wisp to flicker the Germ here. Germ's been flickered. Let's hope they don't have a counter for Gideon. Lands will prevent damage from Stoneforge Mystic. Pass turn. What is even happening in this game? Germ comes back. Batterskull returned to hand. My opponent clearly decided that they must have everything to remove everything here. Land drop. Flicker can kill Teferi. Is the plan to time them out? Well, at this point, because we're in game 2. And if... I mean, the point here is to potentially win here. Let's prevent damage. I'm going to attempt to attack here. They're going to activate. I'm going to attack Teferi here. We'll go ahead and felled our Guardian here. Flick our own Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp to flicker the Feldar Guardian for end step. Play our land. Bring this back. If I flicker the Flicker Wisp here, maybe they'll activate Stoneforge? They're not allowing me to get that Batterskull that they're about to play in here. So I'm going to just flicker their Sword of Feast and Famine over here. They'll put Batterskull in. I have 2 things here. Embleming Gideon was probably a little bit safer because now we die to a Cryptic. Looks like they're just going to blindly attack me, though. Do I just take this 4? I kind of want to. I'm going to take it. I'm going to 1. They get their sword back. Marsh Flats, let's emblem. I'm not going to play it down. 2 blockers here, pass turn. Snapcaster. Well, now we're dead. Now we're dead. They got us. Counter return. Or tap return. Swing with team. They did it. They didn't even attach their Sword of Feast and Famine. Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they do that? All right, opponent gets us here with just a few minutes left on their clock. It's a pretty close game. Pretty close game. Not bad. We're currently 1-2 with the list. All right. Let's get that 3-2 tonight. Let's do it. And we're going to get a straw poll going. Actually, no, we're not. Because I'm deciding what we're playing next. I'm deciding. This is going to be a good opportunity to mention our social media, our YouTube, our Twitter, and our Discord. That Discord is the general one for Pyro Prison, but you can also find our sub-only Discord here on that one. All right, new game, Inquisition Thoughtseize Wall of Omens. We're on the draw this time. Looks like a fine hand. Ghost Quarter in case they're Tron. Opponent goes to 6 here. Windswept Heath. These sounds, by the way, are weird. Forest Noble Hierarch. Interesting. Let's go ahead and fetch Shock here. I'm going to start with an Inquisition. So we have a Genesis Hydra. We have a Noble. We have an Oath. Plus this Dryad Arbor. I'm going to take the Noble here. I can Thoughtseize away the Genesis Hydra next. It's tempting to take the Oath. Oath doesn't scare me too much, though. We'll definitely be grabbing this Genesis Hydra next. And maybe we'll just go ahead and Ghost Quarter ourselves to get the double black for Liliana. Burning Tree Emissary. That's an enabler and a half. Windswept Heath. So we're going to play the Burning Tree Emissary down. That's fine. We have Genesis Hydra and Dryad Arbor left in the hand. Nothing too frightening here just yet. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize away the Genesis Hydra, and we'll leave them with Dryad past turn. Is Liliana even very good when they have Hierarch? Oh, it will be. It will be, because we have Demonic Pact. Maybe we wall Demonic Pact and go from there. Alright. Play the Dryad. They have Vivian. That's the only card they have. I'm cool with just slamming a Liliana now and upticking. I kind of like the uptick. I also kind of like the downtick here. Uptick's probably safer, though. Let's go ahead and uptick, get rid of our Wall of Omens here. This puts us at 4 as well. I'll play Demonic Pact next and then Liliana. I got rid of Vivian as well, which is a dangerous card for us. They have 2 lands, 3rd land here, plus all this juicy stuff. They're going to go ahead and hit Liliana here for 3, I presume. Which is totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and leave them with the Ghost Core, or the Nykthos for now. We'll deal with it in the future. Gonna go ahead and play a Demonic Pact here. We're not going to uptick. We're going to just pass the turn. I like both of these cards against our opponent. Opponent plays a land here. Totally fine with us. One damage to Liliana, 2 to us. We're at 9. Okay. So here I could draw 2, which is kind of interesting. Or I could kill something. I think I want to just kill something here. I'll just go ahead and kill the... I think the Burning Tree is fine to kill here. Play another Demonic Pact and pass turn. Yeah, Nykthos doesn't make that much mana. Birds of Paradise. Nice. All right. We're gonna draw some stuff here, I think. Let's draw 2 cards with this one, and let's go ahead and shoot Noble with this one. It's looking pretty good, guys. Let's go ahead and Wrath of God. Ghost Quarter. I'll just Ghost Quarter the Nykthos now, and we'll pass turn. All right, we're in great shape here. Great shape. Fantastic. Whoa. Calm down there. Leyline of Abundance. All right. Let's make them discard 2 cards, because that's the only thing we can do with this one. And let's draw 2. All right. We're going to go ahead and play Gideon. They shouldn't have a main deck way to deal with our Demonic Pacts. We're going to emblem our Gideon, pass the turn. We'll choose to lose the game twice here. It's just a bird. It's just a bird. Let's lose the game twice here. Yes, I want to lose the game. I want to lose the game. Shambling Vent. Go ahead and play a Lily. Let's kill that bird. Get it out of the way. Let's hit in with Gideon. What's our record right now? 1 and 2. Let's attack Bob. All right. Target opponent discards some cards for us. Opponent's 2-0 from the 0-2 Poggers, as they say. Let's go ahead and get this up. We can go up here. We can get rid of an O-ring. We're going to flicker for some value here. Attack, all the good stuff, blah, 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 blah. Are you sure you want to lose the game, Fluffy? Well, yes, but actually, no. Never. All right, mono green to beat here. Mono green to beat. Let's see if we can beat a mono green. Disenchants are going to come in here. Rule of Law, Settle and Damnation are going to all come in. These all seem fine. We can get rid of a pair of Wall of Omens. We'll get rid of one. Probably just Obsidat. Obsidat's probably not getting through. Okay. I don't know how good Liliana's going to really be here. Might just completely strip Liliana out here. So we're going to do the Rule of Law over some of the other stuff that we're doing. 1, because I want to play the card. 2, our opponent can get a little tricksy here with all their mana and play multiple spells a turn, which gets a little bit frightening. But we'll see how it goes. All right, Bird of Paradise. Let's go ahead and path the bird past turn. We're going to path the bird immediately here because of this Leyline of Abundance. It gets weird. We don't need them to be super ramping here. Just moderate ramping's fine here. Oath. Oath of Nissa. Breeding pool. Followed up with a bird of paradise. Alright, we may let this bird live here. I'm kind of worried about letting it live here. But we'll see how dangerous this gets. We'll see how dangerous this gets. Might need to get black for Demonic Pact with the Field of Ruin. Although I don't have a target, really. And Breeding Pool will become a target shortly here, hopefully. That's a target. And there went our target. Waterlogged and draws with it immediately. Sort of hoping they'd just play something reasonably nasty. That's reasonably nasty. Guess I'm going to be playing Gideon next. So many Gideons. Go ahead and emblem here, because I'm pretty sure Bird of Paradise isn't going to hurt us too much here, although they could end up putting counters on their stuff soon. There's a Dryad Arbor. It's kind of nifty. Nykthos, Breeding Pool, 2 unknown cards. Please don't kill me here. 8 mana makes these beefy. Follows us up with a Bird of Paradise. Much beef is happening over there. Super beefy. Our opponent says punt. LOL. I unfortunately will blow up everything you have, opponent. Damnation. In we go. We know it's a Breeding Pool plus an unknown card here. Not too worried about the Nykthos at this point. Oath with a Llanowar Tribe. Breeding Pool shocked in to play this? Nope, they can play this off of the Nykthos. Unknown card left. Let's go ahead and prevent this damage. Shambling Vent in. Let's continue to just make mana instead of fielding. We'll put a Demonic Pact in. Cross our fingers that this last card isn't too death-defying here. Waterlogged. This is going to be a redraw. Redraws. They have a lot of mana. They can certainly do something crazy with like a Genesis Hydra. 4 mana. Uh-oh. Nykthos is it. 8 mana. Pumps this up. Alright. Let's make them discard their last 2 cards. This is cool. Let's go ahead and get rid of Nykthos here. Black mana, Fatal Push. Gideon swinging. We're playing kind of quick because I'm just feeling it. I'm just feeling it. We could choose to lose the game. We might. We could. Our opponent wishes us good luck for our 3-2. We are 2-2 with that win. Our opponent was quite a nice fella. Berserker Bob. If you see Berserker Bob in Magic Online, give them the thumbs up. Give them the thumbs up. 2-2 here. 2-2. Let's get that 3-2. Get our money back for playing a deck that we wanted to play. A deck that we're enjoying playing. The F&M quality of decks. Potentially PTQ ready. What was that, Charles? PTQ ready? Your little fins are getting too big for your head. All right, final league match Then we'll see if we've got time for another one. We're against the X-Whale. We're going to be playing first, and we cannot keep a Singleton Plains with no interaction. Mulligan we go. We'll keep this one, though. What's the record? We're 2-2. 2-2. Let's get rid of the Godless Shrine. A little bit of a risky one here, but I believe in our Fetid Heath. You remember when Charles was the face of the streamer? He's always been the face of the streamer. Opponent mulled to 5 here. We have a Chalice of the Void and a Matter Reshaper. Oh boy. This Chalice could be put on 1. I almost don't care. I actually care more about this Matter Reshaper than this Chalice. Let's go for it. 1 only stops a few things that I care about deeply. We're gonna get that Demonic Pact. It's gonna be all okay here. Wall of Omens. Draw our card, pass the turn. We have enough mana, we need to hit some of our 4-drops. Urza's is mine again, Chalice on 1. All good. All good. Concealed Courtyard, pass the turn. Demonic Pact's gonna help us out here. We're gonna risk it all by just slamming the Demonic Pact immediately here. Here we go. Good luck to us. If we do not find the cards to interact with our own Demonic Pact, we may die fast. Blast Zone goes up to 2 here. Land for our opponent. No 4-drop. Lucky for us. Let's make our opponent discard 2 cards, leaving them with 1 card in hand. Didn't see that one coming, did you, opponent? Waste Eldrazi Temple. Field into play. Let's see if they want to put the Blast Zone any higher here. We'll stop on my opponent's draw step here. They do, and I'm going to go ahead and kill this. Cool. All right. Fingers crossed here. Fingers crossed that we can find a way to interact with our own Demonic Pact. If we don't, it's going to get nasty. Karn. We could kill Karn if they downtick here. Downticking Karn is killable. Do they want to go up? Up with Chalice. Chalice has this? I thought it was just Planeswalkers. Why don't ours have that? Their lands don't. I don't understand. Do these? I don't understand. Please, someone explain. These sound effects are ridiculous. Alright, what are we doing with this Karn, my friend? You gonna go get something? I've already discarded. Your hand's pretty safe right now. Choosing a card. An artifact card. I've been watching MTGO on Twitch for a couple of years, and I've never heard the sound effects until this stream. These sound effects are new. Oh, snap. Torpor legit could screw us up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Do I kill Karn? I gotta draw, I think. Oh, no. Torpor. Oh, no. That card's great. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I need to hit something that lets us not die here. Inquisition would have been nice, but Chalice now. Chalice is ruining us. We're going to die. Alright, Torpor in play means that I have very few outs here. I said I didn't care about that chalice on one. Huh. Please don't play Torp Orb. Just find it in your heart. Find it in your heart, opponent. Not to play Torp Orb. Maybe they'll play Torp Orb and boot it up as a blocker. We are in danger? That's why we play this card. To face danger head on. Opponent's going to get something else here. Spyglass. They're going to check the hand here. They're going to check the hand. I've got nothing. They will not name Gideon in the dark. There's no way they name Gideon in the dark. They name Gideon of the Trials here in the dark. I'm gonna lose my mind. I nailed my Ghost Quarter, that's fine. Alright. One chance. We need it right here before we lose the game. Need a Gideon right here. We got Gideon. I got him. Oh! Don't kill Gideon. Magic's such an easy game. Let us lose the game. Jeez. Luxac. I guess I should have tried to kill the Blast Zone when I had the opportunity before the Spyglass came down. It's okay. How could you resist the temptation of splashing red for Harmless Offering? It just wasn't a thing I wanted to be doing with the list. Just not a thing I wanted to do. I should have taken the Chalice. Oh, you know what this is? You know what this is? It's just a 1/4 cat. Feels good. Pastor. You know what this is? It's just a 3/1 flying elemental thingy. Down to 15 goes my opponent. Maybe they have things on 1. Look at this. Spyglass does not. Torp Orb does not. Chalice is just that powerful. We should have known. Shouldn't have known. So we need Liliana, Gideon, or Obsidian to finish this game up. O-Stone would do some interesting things as well. Not O-Stone, Oblivion Ring. We'll hit for 4 past turn. I don't know what my opponent's doing. Down to 11 they go. Uh-oh. 7 mana. Karn? All is dust. Reality Smasher. Gideon. Megadude past turn. Well, I can block this. We'll see if they want to come at Gideon here or not. It appears they do. I'll go ahead and block, and I'll get to at least attack with Gideon once. Land drop. Last card unknown. Oh. Gideon swinging in here for 5. Pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Gideon of the Trials coming down, preventing this damage. We're looking hot. They're at 6. Through Torp Orb. Through Torp Orb. Alright, Fatal Pushes are out. Now what, I'm going to just take the 2 Inquisitions out. And then I need one more card out here. Just do a wall out. Best game of the night? Best game of the night? Might be. We're going to keep this hand. This hand's great. No turn 1, but turn 2 and beyond is great. Watch it be another chalice. We're going to have to beat another chalice. I can sense it already. Let's do it. We're not even going to worry about having Path in play. We just want this Shambling Vent. It's going to be just a Mattery Shaper. No worries here. Some Evan luck there. Possibly. Possibly. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize. What do we want to take here? We have a Karn, Reality Smasher, a Thoughtseize, or Thought Not Seer, and a Walking Ballista. Probably just take the Thought Not Seer. Leave them with cards that I can deal with. Reality Smasher, Walking Ballista, and Karn the Great Creator here. Might just see a Reality Smasher here, which is fine. We're just going to go ahead and path that without any problems here. We'll discard a Plains. I am the Savior. Hello. Thank you for the follow. We're so close to everything coming together once again. I bet, I'm willing to bet they're going to go get that Torp Orb again. Karn down tick, go get Torp Orb. Slam the Demonic Pact, and the games begin again. And the games begin again. Expedition map. Interesting. Blast Zone. Plays a Blast Zone. Reality Smasher. Fine, I'll take 5. I'll take 5, fine. Alright, let's go ahead and put down a Demonic Pact, and then we'll go from there. If they play Karn here and don't have a land, we can make them discard some cool things here. Gonna go get that Torp Orb again. I know you like that Torp Orb. Yeah, you go get that Torp Orb. You go get that Torp Orb. You think you got this, but you don't. You don't have a clue, opponent. Torp Orb. Alright. So, what can we do here? I can make them discard some cards. Then they'll play Torp Orb the following turn. What I can do is then play like Guardian or Wall of Omens here. Guardian would flicker Demonic Pact. Or do I need to draw some cards? Reality Smasher's a little bit of a problem. I could also just like shoot Karn and then Oblivion Ring the Reality Smasher. But that's probably not a good idea with this Torp Orb coming down and no other way to interact with my Demonic Pact. Let's make them discard 2 cards so that they only have Torp Orb left in hand. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and flicker my Demonic Pact here. Putting in a Felder Guardian here. So they discard Walking and Karn, so they have Torp Orb. We got our own Field of Ruin here. I believe I'm going to need to reset. I could also wall and Oblivion Ring, and then that shuts off either Karn or this. Thinking I need to reset Demonic Pact here. Alright. I really want to just O-ring and wall as well, and just lean on this that I'm going to find the answer I need. I really want to just wall. I want to wall so bad. Alright, we're going to Feld our Guardian, flicker our Demonic Pact. It gives me one more turn here. I'm going to probably need it. We'll pass turn here. We may or may not block with Feld our Guardian. Torp Orb's probably what they want to play. They can down tick Karn to go get more cards. I can make them discard, or I can shoot Demonic or shoot the Demonic Pact at the Karn here. We're going to take this 5. I'm going to go to 3 here. It's a little bit dangerous, but they currently can't Walking Ballista kill me. Karn goes down to 1. Gets a Walking Ballista. Oh, they drew a land. Well then. That does that. Well, that does that. Okay, so they drew the land that they needed for that. I guess if I block there... I don't know. If I block there, what ends up happening? Then I shoot Karn. Is it a punt? I don't know. We'll never know because it won't let me draw cards. Alright, we're going to just run it back here. Karn has been kind of an annoyance here in this game. A little bit of an annoyance, but something we can probably beat. Probably can beat it. Let's play first here. Let's keep this hand. This looks fine. Let's get ahead of my opponent here and we'll be good. In good shape here. Opponent mulls the 6. We're good to go. Draws their turn. Eldrazi. Alright. We have a lot of good things going for us. I'm sure they have like a Thought Knot here coming. We'll see. Is it Thought Knot? Right on time? Not quite Thought Knot. Oh, it's a Spyglass though. Why no D-Sphere? Because they're Eldrazi-tron. It won't matter most of the time. So they can just name Lilion if they like, or if they care about this Gideon, they gotta name that as well. And you're talking about Damping Sphere. But yeah, I mean, like, this is a good example where this is just not gonna matter too much. Alright, play Liliana down and pass turn. We have a lot of Demonic Pacts, so if we can get one of these into play, we're going to be in great shape. Thought Knot? It appears it will be Thought Knot. Thought Knot takes probably Feldar Guardian or Gideon here, because we have Demonic Pacts. I need this land right here, right now. As long as I can get this land, we're in great shape. How's it going? We're 2-2, 1-1 in this match. Going for that 3-2. Hoping we can win this. Needing a land drop, and if we can hit that, we're going to just soar into probably victory here. Our Eldrazi person can't keep up with that. I believe that is a misstep from them. Demonic Pact number 1. Let's go. So we can shoot this, gain life, play another Demonic Pact, and then use both Demonic Pacts to just blast their hand for 4. And then the following turn we'll draw like a 3,000. 4-drop Tribal. Thought Knot Seer number 2 here. Luckily I can keep shooting these. Takes a Guardian here. I think that's interesting. Attacks for 4 at me. I'm going to let that through. Let's go ahead and deal 4 to a Thought Knot. Lets me draw an extra card here. And we're going to just slam another Demonic Pact. Pass the turn. Alright, here we go. This is why I don't play Harmless Offering. This is exactly what we want to be doing. Just Demonic Pact, Demonic Pact, Demonic Pact, and just punch them for damage. What is for 7? That's scary. Oh. Unbelievable. I'm gonna play another Demonic Pact here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. For 7. All's dust again. Really, opponent? Can we stop? Alright, we get Karn the Great Creator off of our Pithy Needle, and we have the Gideon here. Hopefully we can keep this Thought-Knot Seer from killing us. This is very rude of our opponent. Chalice on 1. That's fine. Shuts off things like Path. Matter Reshaper. 4/4 that does nothing. Path is a turn late. Let's attack with this Gideon. See if I can get them to block with like Matter Reshaper here or something. Okay. We'll play Feldar Guardian here. We'll flick our own Gideon. Flickering Gideon here allows me to go up with it again and turn off Thought Knot. Pass turn. Okay. Warping Whale. Gets rid of my dude. Followed by another Matter Reshaper. Hits for 3. Okay. New Gideon. Let's prevent Thought Knot. Play New Gideon. Make a dude. Pass turn. They can attack 2 things at this Gideon, and I'm going to go ahead and kill one because I have a backup Gideon here. I'm going to hope this doesn't draw them anything crazy. Karn, which is protected. Nice Karn. Alright. New Gideon of the Trials down. Up on the Thought Knot. Make a dude. Pass the turn. If that Chalice wasn't there, we'd pass something and go to town on my opponent. But it's there. All the backup Chads. Who's an Evan follower? We got a few of them. Backup Chads. We've kind of drawn a lot of Planeswalkers this game. I'm gonna block this one. Gonna block means that I can start getting in with our Gideon. Opponent finds a Matter Reshaper. Gets to play the Matter Reshaper in. Alright. Well, let's do Night Ally. Prevent damage. Pass turn again. This coming turn we could do something where we attack with both Gideons plus this Gideon gets played. Land drop for our opponent. 6 mana. Ugin. Oh boy. Oh boy. Gets rid of Gideon here. Swings at our Gideon. I'm gonna let this go. Gonna boot up our own Gideon here. We're gonna swing at Ugin to take care of Ugin here. Make sure we get damage through. The block here. I'm gonna play New Gideon here. Keep New Gideon up to Gideon and not pass turn. I know, where are my wrath effects? Gonna attack for 3 here at this Gideon. I'll take a blocker, I'll take a Demonic Pact, I'll take all kinds of stuff here. None of the above. Prevent damage again, pass turn. They're gonna get to kill Gideon now. Mind Stone. Mind Stone cracks Mind Stone. Draws a card. Matter Reshaper comes in at Gideon, kills Gideon. They have 7 damage on board. There it is. We'll play it. We'll play it. Damnation. We draw a card. They draw a waste, put it in the battlefield. I draw a swamp, play it in, pass turn. Okay, board's clear. Thought knots away my path. Have you thought about not note that one Shambling Vent for this deck? More than one? Maybe we could do it now that we've drawn our one Shambling Vent. Finally. I guess they can attack me for 4 and I get back at them with a Shambling Vent. I might have to block though. Let's play blocking here. It's not ideal. Make Shambling Vent a 2/3 block here. Pass the turn. We go up to 7 here. 2-turn clock. They play a Blast Zone into play. They can pop Blast Zone. They get Karn in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can make a 4/4 Walking Ballista. That'll be game, it looks like. They, back-to-back all is dusted us. Our Demonic Pacts would have easily taken over this game. Oh, they go get a Worm Coil. Interesting. Lattice. Lattice. Looks like our opponent gets it from us. Unfortunate for us. It is what it is, though. We weren't able to path them due to the Chalice. We played through the Chalice the first game as well. It's a bit of a shame. Lattice is banned. Lattice is banned. Well, there's Gideon's Demonic Pact. Something to be played here in Modern. We need a few more reps with it. We had the Disenchants as well. We could have found those in that final game. Damping Spheres really weren't a problem when it's just Eldrazi Tron. We had 4 Wrath effects. Couldn't find those. I mean, if they didn't have the All is Dust that exact turn, then our Demonic Pacts just wipe their hand out and we just win probably in 3 turns from there. So, Demonic Pact in Modern.